Okay, this is a week later, and as you can see, I already have growth in the food plot. I came today to overseed it, so that's what I'm going to do now. But yeah, it's already starting to grow. That's good for me. There's about to be a big downpour now. This is a week later from when I originally planted these plots. So as you can see, it's starting to green in already. I came today to overseed it. That's what I'm going to do. And to cover some spots that I didn't have enough seed for last week. But that's a really good sign. I got super lucky. Planted these plots last week and it had been bone dry for a month. There was no rain at all. And the morning after I planted the seed, it poured rain, a big thunderstorm we had. So it got about at least an inch of rain. And as you can see, it really helped. It really took off. So that was good for me. Perfect timing. I just got lucky. It wasn't planned like that. But I know it's going to rain this afternoon pretty hard. So I'm going to overseed these plots and see what happens from there. You can see here in this other corner that I put, you can actually see the seed grew right in the furrows where I used the tiller. It grew right in there. Look at that. You see the clover sprouting up really good. The ryegrass is coming up really good. Perfect. Planted all this here, this whole area here. See, it's already green. Last week that was dirt. Right along the edge of the pond here, you can see all the clover and the ryegrass coming up and the wheat. This whole edge all the way up. See right here where the water retained the water, it sprouted up like crazy. The deer use this path as a travel way, so yeah, that really grew quickly. You can see it where, like I said, where it's growing right in the furrows. Looks good. I'm not as quick as you. You can see here, you see where the soybeans are growing here. You can see the grass that's growing in between the soybeans. You can see around where the little plot I planted in the corner is there. The grass is all brown because they probably sprayed it. You can see here the edge of the field is brown. They probably sprayed it. That's why you got to be careful if you're planting crops within, or planting food plots within crops, because a lot of times the farmers will spray herbicide to knock down grass and stuff like that, so that the crop plant doesn't, it won't affect the crop plant, but it will kill any like wild grasses or weeds or anything like that. So sometimes you got to be careful with that, because you could spend a lot of money planting seed between his rows here, and he sprays it and kills everything. Okay, we're gonna get this done just in time because now it's starting to rain. So I got 4 plots to do yet. You see the seed mix here. I just have it in a little hand seed spreader. I'm interested to see now how the ones in between the corn rows that I did, how they came up. Duck and weave. You see the corn is already up to past my head now. This corn grows like inches a week. Grows really quick. Okay, there's our answer. In here it's a little weak because it's shaded a lot from the sun, but when it gets the sun, boom, look at that. And that's, like I said, that's exactly a week to the day that it's came up. Actually, something's been through there. Look at that corn stalk is broken. You can see this was a clover, brassica, ryegrass, I think an oat mix. So the ryegrass and the clover is going to come up the quickest. Look at that. Looks good. I'm really pleased with that. This one too. Man, that really came up well. It was well worth my while dragging that tiller up here to, get that seed, just, get good ground contact with it, because it took off immediately. Look at that. You can see here, like I said, all I'm doing is planting in the gap where he left a corn gap here for the trees. And then the other little plot is right there next to it. You can see here how much shorter the corn is here because it's shaded right by the tree line. So it's not going to grow as fast as the corn that's out there that's getting full sun, 8-9 hours a day. Like I said, that corn is over my head. This corn here is not even up to my waist. It grows, but it's much, much slower. But yeah, we're gonna overseed this now, and man, I'm really pleased with that. Meets my canine's approval too, I guess. Sarge, you smell any deer in there? Smell any deer? He's smelling something. Well, that ryegrass, the clover's starting to come up, but the ryegrass even grew here in under the trees where I have it planted under the shade here. I wanted to see how it was going to do if I planted it, you know, out of direct sunlight, and it's still growing. Get a closer on it, you can see it. There you go. That was all pretty much bare, so you can see the ryegrass coming up. That's the first. Usually the clover I can see coming up between the two. The clover is going to take more light to grow, but I wanted to see how it would do. And actually here you can see some clover starting. I wanted to see how it would do in low light conditions. Seems to do pretty well. Okay, even in this plot, and this one is pretty much shaded by the tree. You can see here the green starting to come out. You can see here this long corn stalk already got eaten by the deer. See where they chewed it right off. So yeah, it's even growing in here. Same in the other little plot on the opposite side. So walk through here. Through the corn. See here where it's green. It's starting to come up. You can see it growing right in the rows here where I tilled it. I just put another coat of seed in there, so hopefully we'll get a nice thick growth of clover and the ryegrass. The deer really like that. Well, you can see right here, there's a big deer footprint right in this little plot that I cleared. So it's a good sign. There's probably a few more if I look. There's another one right here. Another one right there. You can probably hear it raining around me now. You see my tree stand right there. That's a good sign for me. See here on some of the trails that I cleared. See the deer footprints. There's a good one right there. Another good one right there. There's more. There's more. That's all good sign. Check my trail camera right here and see if we got any pictures. Well, that's a good sign. 60 photos. Sounds good to me. Let's see what we got on there. I'll take this card out and lay the other card here. What are you making, new trails? Come on, let's go. We'll be stinking the place up like human and dog.